Hi guys and welcome to my channel. I'm Eloise and this is Eloise Reads. Now, because I'm new to the whole YouTube thing, I thought I'd do the Booktuber Newbie Tag, which I've seen lots of people do, and it's kind of a way for you to get to know my reading tastes, and yeah, thought I'd do it. So I've got my questions on my phone, the questions on my phone, and I'm just going to go through them. I've not prepared and I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm sure we'll find out. Apologies, I don't know who the original creator is, so I'm sorry about that. If you do, please let me know and I will gladly tag them in the description box below. If you feel like checking out my Instagram, where I post probably most of my bookish content, or Goodreads, then the links to those are also in the description. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the questions. Okay, so the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I've been watching bookish content on YouTube for quite a while now, and I love it. I love watching people tell me about books they don't like, books they do like. I love a good haul video. I really love an unhaul video, and I like the wrap-ups. I get most of my recommendations from both people on here and also Instagram, and I love discovering new people to talk about my favourite thing, which is books. And therefore I was like, do you know what, I would like to do that. I love talking about books and I think it looks like really good fun. So I've already got an Instagram, as I've said, so I thought why not do a YouTube as well and see how we get on. So there's my answer to that one. The next question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sit here and try and sell myself as being this awesome, unique channel, because I'm not. I'm doing this because I watch other people and love it, and also kind of aspire to do the same thing and talk about books and give people my recommendations, what I'm reading and what I'm not liking. So I kind of want to follow in the footsteps of some brilliant booktubers and yeah, do what they're doing, because I want to have fun with it and chat about books. So basically I've just repeated the answer to the first question in this one. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm going to bring anything really unique and different. I'm very honest. I'm not going to say I like a book if I don't, and I will tell you why. But aside from that, I'm just here to talk about books. The next thing is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So I've never done anything like this, and I just want to kind of expand my horizons with reading recommendations. I'm just excited to film some videos, and rather than just post pictures, I like to talk. I'm a waffler, I will waffle on, and if I really like something, you will definitely know about it. Equally, if I really don't like something, you will know about it. So I just wanted a space to talk about books and share it with other people who also enjoy talking about books and listening about books. Why do you love reading? So reading for me, I've loved reading from a very young age. I remember being little and having a collection of like Roald Dahl. I loved Roald Dahl. He was like my book. He was like my favourite author when I was little. But I kind of, as I got older, it kind of became something that I just did on holidays and things like that. And then in the last kind of 2 years or so, I've got very much back into reading, because I work in IT and I was getting a bit fed up of spending all day looking at a computers, and then coming home and looking at another screen all day, which is funny because I like to read, I like to watch things on YouTube. So yeah, I still do that. However, I also like to just turn away from screens and pick up a book and get completely lost in it. Cliche, but I genuinely think there's something very different to reading a book and immersing yourself in that world compared with watching it on TV. There's just something about like your imagination and getting caught up in a book that I love, and then coming out of it and being like, oh, bloody hell, that was brilliant. I just love the escapism of reading, basically. So the next question is, what book or series got you into reading? So as I've just said, it would have been Roald Dahl. I had a collection of most of his books. Sadly, I no longer have them and I'm gutted. I got rid of quite a big collection of books that I had. Yeah, I remember I had the red cover of George's Marvellous Medicine. Is that what it's called? I remember that book. I loved the twits. I thought it was really funny and really like, it made me laugh. An Easy Trot, if that's how you say it. Like, I liked that one because it was small and it felt achievable. But yeah, he is definitely the author that got me into reading, and I really hope that one day I can introduce my children to those books. So the next question is, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? So the question that I would ask is, how do you make time for regular content whilst also trying to read, also working, and also trying to get over the nerves and the editing? I need to get better at that. I'm still obviously quite new to it. I think this is going to go up and be like my 4th video possibly. So, but yeah, how do you get so organised? Because I'm trying and I will get better, but the organisation is taking a little while to get used to. And how do you get over like the awkward / nerves of doing this, because I'm not there yet and I'm sure it'll take a while. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So for me, kind of, I answered it in the previous question. For me, it's finding the time and organisation to make sure I prep my videos. I know what I want to record and get a schedule to do it as much as often. For me, it'll probably be once a week to start with, and I'll see how I get on with that. So yeah, finding the time to prep it, to film it, to edit it, as well as doing my kind of full-time job and being a mum to 2 crazy dogs. So yeah, for me that's going to be the biggest challenge, but one I'm gonna give my best. So the next question is, when did you start reading? And I don't really know. I started reading when I was pretty little. I remember I liked reading at school. I remember Biff, Chip and Kipper. If you remember those books, let me know, because they are my childhood. So yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a rubbish answer, but genuinely it's for as long as I can remember. I remember reading at primary school. I probably read before that, but I don't remember. So the next question is, where do you read? So I will read anywhere that I can sit down. So I read on my lunch when I'm in the office at work. I just read at my desk to have that little break from the screen. But when I'm at home, I will either read in bed or on the sofa, or in this room, which I love, which is basically my little book room, which I'm so grateful that I have. I've got an armchair over here. One day maybe I'll give, well, I can't really give you a tour because it's kind of quite a small room, so it's not really a tour, but I could do like a bookshelf tour and say why I've got things where they are, etc. But yeah, anywhere there's a chair, but this room is probably my favourite because it's just a room dedicated to reading and my love of books. The next question is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I'm going to say anything, okay, because I'm happy to give anything a go. Before I kind of started really getting back into reading, as in reading quite a lot, about 2 years ago, I probably exclusively for the last few years read like romance, chick lit, rom-com type books, because they were the type of things I took away on holiday with me, and they were just easy reading, like, yeah. And before September last year, if you'd have asked me, I say September because that is, I just know, if you'd have said to me, do you like fantasy books, I'd have been like, no, not my kind of thing. And then on a whim I picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas in September 2020, and alas, my love of fantasy came to light, and it's now probably my most read and most favourite genre. So that's my favourite. But I like a good thriller. I probably would say I don't really read horror. In fact, have I read a horror book? I'm not sure that I have, because I scare very easily, so thriller's kind of like, I'm okay with that. I probably don't read a lot of non-fiction. However, one of my favourite books of the year that I've literally just read and will be in my July wrap-up is a non-fiction, and because of that I've added quite a few non-fiction books to my to-be-read list, because I feel like I probably should read more of it. I like to challenge myself, but also if I know I'm not going to enjoy something, I won't pick it up, because what would be the point in that? So yeah, my answer is anything, but probably my top would be fantasy, and I like a good thriller, but I also do like a good steamy romance. So do with that what you will. So the last question says, sometimes done, in brackets, so shall I do it? I think I'll just do it anyway. So sometimes done, what does your book collection look like? So, ta-da! At the moment I've only got the 2 shelves. They do go higher than the camera, yeah. and I probably will do like a mini tour of my bookshelves. I have got just the 2 at the moment because before I moved here last month I lived with my partner Nick's parents, and obviously with that I didn't have the space for a massive book collection, so I read pretty much on my Kindle a lot of the time, which I've still got. I still love a good e-reader, but now I'm like, I've finally got space to have my own collection, and I expect it will probably just grow and grow. But I am strict. I don't keep books that I don't love. A lot of them are to be read books, but if I've read it and I don't love it, then it does go, because I'd rather someone else could enjoy that book and then I can buy more books that I love to fill up my shelves. So yeah. So that is it. Those are my answers to the Booktuber newbie tag questions. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've recently done this video and I will check it out. I'd love it so much if you could give this video a thumbs up and possibly even subscribe to my channel. I would be so grateful. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye!